Good evening. I know in Africa it's good evening. You guys are almost sleeping. Na hapa hivi it's good afternoon. So if you're there and it's your first time, welcome home. If it's your second time coming back here, if it's your third time coming back here, thank you so much. And I don't take it for granted. Like I normally say, I don't take things for granted. Guys, we are moving on so well. Today I've not opened a live on TikTok. I just thought let's come here and talk about mochampili tatu, mochampili. So guys, if you're there and you're watching, please hit that like button. Send a message. Even if it's not a message of a question, just send a message of love. We said we need to spread love. In this channel, it's all about spreading love. So are you there? By the way, I would wish to not addressing at the address. I would wish to say this. If you're a teacher out there and you've tried applying for that program that we call Bridge USA and was it Bridge USA, King with Dr. Brighton and YCN. If you tried applying for that thing and it went through, please come back to my inbox and tell me how it went through. Also, another thing is if you have a degree, not diploma, if you have a degree in maybe let's say IT and psychology and IT psychology teaching, and like we had said initially, and you want to become a nurse, you can apply for universities in America, and then once you get your admission letter at the facility, like at that university, for example, let's say you apply for University of North Carolina, and then you get the admission, and then like first of all you have to verify, you have to send your transcripts for them to verify, and then they transfer your credits, assuming you're in year 2 of doing psychology, degree in psychology. So they will have to verify the units that you've been doing and then evaluate your credentials, and then they will transfer your points, like they will transfer your GPAs from Kenya or from Africa to here to the university. In this case, let's use an example of North Carolina University. I have somebody, we are doing that process to see if it's gonna go through. And then after that, once you get the admission fee, not the admission fee, but once you get the admission letter, what you do is you apply for the Empower. What is this Empower thing that we're talking about? Let me Google it for you guys, because this is somebody who was explaining to me. And I have somebody who has been taking people or students to different countries using that. So let's see, what is this Empower thing that we're talking about? We say these things are all over on social media. They are all over on Google. So let's see. Guys, if you're there and you're watching, please hit that subscribe button. Empower. Financing. Act now, lock-in rates as low as 9.9% APR. It's a loan that you're given funds to achieve your study abroad dreams. An Empower is a loan based on your future earnings. It's like HELP back home. It's an international loan. It's an international student loan with us, like now the empowered people. That is easy and affordable to fund your education on your own. The loans help to support independent students since they don't require a cosigner or a collateral. You're just a student and you need money, you need funds. Maybe your parents don't have funds to educate you abroad, to help you study abroad. So what you do, first of all, get an admission letter. And how do you get an admission letter? Go online, identify a university that you want, identify the course that you want to do, especially the courses that are not readily available in Africa. And then from there, have your documents verified, have them transfer your GPAs, transfer your credits, transfer your points and all that. And then after that, you will now apply. Once you get the letter, you'll apply for the Empower thing. Let me show you how it looks like. This is what I'm talking about. The Empower that you're talking about is this one. I don't know whether it's appearing in a reverse mode or something, but that's the Empower thing that we're talking about. So guys, don't let your dreams of studying abroad or maybe working abroad be cut short. Also, another thing I wanted to clarify is about the J1 and H1B visa. For example, you're a teacher, you've come here as a teacher. I'm talking to somebody who has a teacher as your spouse, maybe as your mom, as your dad, and maybe they want, or yourself, because we realize that this channel is not all about nurses. Like, we are so diversified, we are so many. So you find that once you get the visa, if it's not an EB3, like if it's not employment based like for nurses, because you normally come with a green card, like it's a permanent residency thing, this one you'll be given for a period of like about 5 years. So after 5 years, before even the 5 years are over, you will have decided with what you want with your life. Either you apply for change of status. When you go to these WhatsApp group, not WhatsApp groups, like TikTok videos, like Mkenya Marekani, Kenyans living in America and somebody, they'll explain to you how you can change from this type of visa to the next type of visa. Another thing, don't be left out when people are applying for these things. Go online, look for the types of visas that we have. This thing we said, it's all about Googling. Is it Googling or Google? Like, go online, types of visas to USA from Kenya. Let's use Kenya as an example. Then we see how many there are. So we have K1 fiancé visa, we have marriage-based green card, we have K2 visa, we have short-term visas, we have immigrant visas, and then we have other types like a visa for diplomats and foreign government officials, AB visa for visitors, AC visa for transit visas, AD visa for crew members of ships or airplanes. Like, there are so many types of visas that you can use, even the conference ones. Like, somebody is going for a conference, so you go for a conference, then after some few days you know what to do with your visa. As long as you use the legit way, of course you'll get your way in. So don't stay in the house, don't stay back and think that because the rest are making it, even me, I won't make it. Use all the means possible to get a way out. And the simplest, if you're not a nurse, the simplest for me I found to be that one of applying for like a student. And then once you get here, I mean, things will change. There are so many people who came here as students, and then when they landed here, things changed. They changed their status and all that, because I understand after 90 days, you're allowed to change your visa. So don't be left behind, don't be left back thinking that things will not work out because tuko na president mwingine. As long as you're using as long as you're using the legit, what is it called? As long as you're using the legit route to come here, it's gonna be possible. So let's see if we got some. Guys, are you there? Oh, I'm talking to myself. This thing is not even showing me the live chats. Guys, if you're watching, comment with a word hello. If you're there watching, comment. Let's see what we have here. Who is there? Who is there? Who is there, guys? Who is watching and who is not? So guys, have you heard what we've said? If you're Vera Othiambo, you're doing great job. I remember you from Amref. Oh. Hi Vera. From Amref. That's a long time. Nice to meet you once again after a very long time. Hey ZP, you're doing a great job. I hope you've subscribed. Vera Thiambo. Yeah. You used to live in, I won't say that, but I remember. Thank you for appreciating. Definitely. You're a subscriber. Thank you so much. Where are you nowadays? Vera, where are you nowadays? We're just trying to educate each other hapa and see if it's gonna work out for us, because Ama you're in the US as well. New Jersey. Oh, guy, ebu inbox me. Chukua namba yangu ni inbox. You're in New Jersey. Wow, that's nice. I'm happy for you. Mi niko huku kwa hurricane. Niko huku kwa mahurricane. I'm in North Carolina. That's good. Thank you for checking up on me. Please inbox me. Labda unaweza tupea experience yako ya New Jersey. But New Jersey is not far from where I am. I think it's 13 hours. How do I inbox you? On my profile. Ama uandike namba yangu. 708-844441. WhatsApp. Lakini hata iko hapo kwa bio. My number is there. 0708-844441. Very simple. Kama ya mfanyi biashara. Vera, a long time. So guys, inakaa leo hatuna maswali. It's like we don't have questions. We don't have questions. Na tumeweka video ingine muende muwatch. I've put up a different video, another video of the barabara. See, there is somebody who said we put even videos of when we are walking and... Oh my goodness. Guys, if you're watching, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Let me see, what is this? Guys, are we together? Acha niongee kama mwalimu. Are we together, guys? Surely, if you're watching this, you just type there and say hi. I see you here. I see we are 4 of us. Lakini mnaniangalia tuna mwezi sema hata hello. Kiboko tu inawangoja hapo Thika Road. IZP. Uko vipi? Niko poa. Penina, you are just there and you are not even saying hello. Surely. Do you know how it feels talking to yourself? You look like a crazy person talking to yourself. But at least Vera has been here and she's talking to me. Vera, asante sana. Yeah, give a video a thumbs up and say, I'm here watching. Anyway, nimejoin saa hii yawa. Yawa pole. Yawa pole Penina. Yawa. Sikasirike. Don't get annoyed, my friend. Life is so easy. Msikasirikange, mkenanga kitu ndogo msiwai jam. Unakuwa tu na raha all the time. Good job, at least umecheka, at least you've laughed. Just yesterday we were live on TikTok and I tried to record for you guys a video, but guys were not understanding Kiswahili. So I thought they would be here for me to elaborate or explain what other guys were saying, because yesterday I didn't have time. At least leo niko na kama 1 hour or something, not even 1 hour, more than, na siwaoni. Because yesterday they discussed about credit score, which is very important when you come here. They also talked about survival tactics. So if you're able to grasp Kiswahili, it's better for you because you have that recording. But if you don't know Kiswahili, I think Kiswahili inafaa iwekwe Afrika mzima. Because speaking in English all the time is very difficult. It's not easy. Especially Hi, Joanne. How you doing? Especially if, for example, if you're working here, you speak in English the whole day. Patience English, chargeness English. When you come back to the house, you're trying to talk to the kids in Kiswahili. They speak in English. Emotional damage, my friend. Especially if you're from the Murema side. By the way, it becomes so difficult. You just feel like you want to speak in Kiswahili. I don't know whether you guys feel me. But we are trying. So if you're here and you didn't understand what they were saying yesterday during the live recording of TikTok, ask your questions. Purity, was it Purity? Purity was there yesterday. I don't know whether she's here. Purity, if you're here, kindly ask your question. And I explain to you. But if you don't have questions, then we can wrap up and say, it's still another day that the Lord has made for us. Even being alive is also important. It's something that we need to say, thank you, Lord. Sawa, guys. If you're there and you're watching, please don't peep and go without giving a video a thumbs up. A thumbs up is this. Just saying kidosh. It's called kidosh. Kama nyinyi mnaitanga aje? Guys, are you there? Today you're not gonna talk to me, oh. Chanizime hii kitu. Kai, huku ni ameku. Cha basi nikae hapa niwaangalie. Na nyinyi mniangalie. Acha tuangaliane. By the way, did you know guys, working here is also very difficult. Saa zingine unachoka mpaka unashindwa. Did I even make the right choice becoming a nurse? Lakini ukipumzika 2 days, unapata factory reset and you're okay. By the way, Vera, how is that place? How is New Jersey? Sijui nikuja huko. Vera, are you still there? How is New Jersey? Hebu tell us. Deborah Kitet. Hi, Deborah. How is New Jersey? Hebu tell us. There's somebody I know from New Jersey, but she says it's busy. I don't know that. Something like that. But she's Jamaican. She's a Jamaican. She's from Jamaica. And you guys have just decided not to talk to me. You want me to cry? Haya, kwaherini basi. I think I've clarified what I wanted to tell you. If you're a teacher, you have a teacher out there. Because they've been asking me. And if I respond on TikTok, maybe you guys won't find it. There's so many ways to come here as teachers as well, or other professions. Just try your luck out. Design tunangojea visa bulletin huku. Visa bulletin, si thought ilitoka. Ama, mimi ndio niliona vitu zangu. Deborah, let me see. We didn't get the visa bulletin ile time. And then we moved forward kidogo. Design tunangojea visa bulletin huku. Msi give up. By the way, mi wambianga, kama unaweza save, try to save kidogo. But I know it's not easy. It's not possible. Especially if you've committed your payslip on loans. It's not easy. But you try. Just try what you can. Especially getting vaccinated. That's something that you can try. Tunangojea December. Oh, don't cry. It will be fine. I know you're heartbroken and all that, but imagine, especially if your current, like if your days are not, if your PDs are not that far, next year it will be a different story. By the way, you'll be surprised. See me, I told you, ilikuwa imefika point I had even given up. I didn't even know it was going to happen. Nikaanza mabiashara huko karibu nianze kuuza hata kuku. I almost started selling chicken and butter and everything. Because I was like, this thing, I think it's just a lie. It's not even gonna work. Kwanza when they start talking of retrogression, sijui tena unasikia sijui huyu mtu mwenye ameingia sijui nini. Vitu, like there are so many things you'll hear along the journey. Na kuna majina kubwa, there are so many words you'll hear sijui moving forward, retrogression. You know, every visa bulletin inatokanga na a different term. So that should not even stress you. Or could you kindly go through the credit score criteria since some of us were not able to attend the TikTok live? From what I understood, in America, like the American system is created. Is it created or is it's made in a way that they want you to have a lot of debts? Not really have a lot of debts, but they want to give you debts for them. Like there are so many lenders who are willing to give you debts, and your capability of paying back assists the other lenders to see that you can pay back the money. So the higher the credit score, it means you have been getting money. Like assuming, who is this? Assuming Daniel, you've given me money today. Let's say you've given me 1,000 USD today. And then you tell me, I want you to return this money within a period of 6 weeks. And I return it, like every week you tell me I need to pay $50, or maybe after every, let's use $50. If I pay well back, there is, I don't know whether to say it's a financial something that they put you using your social security number and all that, that will show how well you pay your debts. And there's a way they score you. So they said between a score of 350 and above, like you need above 600 to 700. That shows you're a good debtor. Like the lenders gave you money and you returned. So in this case, assuming you're paying your rent every month, that shows you're a good tenant. You don't run away. Like literally you don't run away with the money. Like you pay on time. If you're supposed to pay by 5th, you've paid by 5th. I think it's the same concept with back home. The only difference with here is that there are so many creditors that want you to have money, that want you to have loans, because at the end of the day you're paying with an interest. So owe unto you, if you end up getting into so many debts that you're not able to pay back, then you end up with a low credit score. In this case, as when we came, we were given a credit card. Let's use an example with a credit card. We were given a credit card of 2,500 by Advantual, courtesy of MedPro, my agency. So assuming you use the whole credit card, the whole amount in the credit card, and you're not able to pay back, then come end month, you're not able to pay your rent right on time. So your credit score is going low. You've not been able to pay back the whole amount of the credit card that you used, and at the same time you've not been able to pay back, or you've not been able to pay your rent right on time. Then here comes the car loan that you were given, because you didn't have a credit score. You've not been working in America, so you're still a new lender. Is it a lender, or like somebody who is getting loans or something? So your credit score, assuming you started at 350, it still comes to the lowest. Instead of it going to the higher scale, it goes to the lower scale. So now it gets to like a point you want to buy a house. They will go check on your credit score and say like, okay, you were given money at some point by a credit company, but you didn't pay that credit card on time. You're supposed to have paid the 2,500 right on time, and you didn't finish. And then again, you went ahead to a furniture store, you took maybe a dining table, a chair, or whatever it is, but you were not able to pay as they wanted you to pay. So you end up ruining your credit score instead of like making it. So however much they tell you here in America you need to have debts for you to create your good credit score, you have to be very careful, because like you've heard most of these people on TikTok and everywhere, they say everywhere you go they will tell you don't even bother, we'll just write you down and stuff. Like there's some calculations they do as long as you have social security number, and then they will just calculate for you and tell you, oh, you qualify for 2,500. So if maybe an item was costing 2,000, they'll tell you don't even bother paying cash, just get it on credit. Of course, they're getting something because it's at an interest, like what they call APR, but it's to your disadvantage. So you have to be very careful. Don't pop in every shop, and when they tell you to take it on credit, you end up taking on credit, then you end up not able to pay back. I think that's what I got so far. Who is that? Daniel. I hope I've tried to break it down. But there are so many people who are talking about that credit score. So I hope it helps you in a way. When you get here, however much they are saying that you have to have debts for you to have a good credit score, be very careful, because they will lend you into being like, you remember the first days I used to say, if you're not careful in America, becoming homeless, it's just within a blink of an eye. Like the way you close your eyes like this, you can become homeless because you're getting the money, yes, but hey, if you're not careful, you'll end up becoming homeless. So you have to be very careful with those debts and stuff. It's like back home, if you're in Kenya, the way they use CRB or Metropol something to check how much M-Shwari you had taken, did you pay back? So when you want to get a big loan, like maybe from a big financial, like say KCB or Equity, they will tell you we can give you this amount of money because as per the CRB, it shows you didn't pay your loans quite well. It's the same concept, but the only thing is they use different terms here. It's just like when you are working in the hospital, you find that a medicine is there. It's something that you know, but the names they are using is different. Something like Tylenol. When you come here, they don't say paracetamol, they don't say Panadol, they say Tylenol. So you're like, Tylenol, sasa ni kusema nini? Apixaban. It's the same thing. It's an anticoagulant, but they're just using a different term. So this whole thing of credit score is the same thing with what CRB does back home. The only thing is they use a different term. Okay, Danielle, if you're still there, I hope I answered you. Purity was there and she needed something else. I don't know if she's still there. Purity, if you're here and you needed some clarification, maybe you can ask. Hi. Are you there, guys? Am I talking to myself? Like a teacher who is confused. Hi. Okay. Daniel, have I answered you? So Debra, don't stress. Oh, we are listening. We are here listening. Sawa sawa basi. Mtume hata thumbs up. Send a thumbs up. I'll know you're there. Thank you. So guys, that's it. I wanted to come and answer some questions. I've become so lazy nowadays, by the way. I don't even go for those extra shifts. I've at least understood something. Oh, thank you. Yeah, at least if you got something. Present. Yes, Tuko. Ah, good job. You see now we are talking. Imagine you go to the class and then you talk to the students and they're just looking at you like this. They're not talking. You feel like you want to just quit that teaching. After finishing CGFNS, now we are talking. Yes, after finishing CGNS process, how long does it take for you to move to my U? Dr. Odi, guy, that one takes long, bana. But it depends. It depends on what CGFNS you're talking about. We are still here. Chenjao, thank you. But simfanya hivi thumbs up. So, Dr. Odi, that depends on what CGFNS you're talking about. I don't know whether I'll remember mine. Because mine was, we started with the JSA, Joseph Sinley Associate, the one that gave me the CES report. Ya kufanya exam, ya NCLEX. Like for sitting for the exam, the NCLEX exam. Then when we were getting the visa screen, we had to go through again we had to open the CGFNS account. So I did my evaluation twice with JSA and the CGFNS. So I don't know which one you're talking about, but it might take time. It might take time. Sina depending na kama kuna hiyo stuff. Inaitwaje hiyo retrogression. Aki msi give up. I wish I would hug all of you. I wish I was able to hug all of you and give you and tell you that it's gonna be fine. Enjoy the moments that you're there after getting the visa certificate. Ndio upata dates, Dr. Odi. It might take time. Mine was in, but then again it's dependent. Ndio nipata dates, it took how long? Let me try to remember. I did mine in January, July 2023. June 2023. And I came here in April. Because, of course, as we were hit by retrogression, maybe that's the reason. After this visa certificate, yeah, mine took time. Ebu, I'm going to check on that na nikujibu kwa hiyo message, nikurespondia kwa hiyo message. But I think it takes time. It takes time, by the way. Another question is it that costly to enroll in a degree course? Please explain about the fee, approximately how much. If you have a diploma in nursing, like the way I have, you only need, like I've mentioned several times, you only need to ask for your transcripts from the schools, but of course you have them because you've come here with all your documents. So you send them copies of your transcripts, like you identify a university. In this case, most of the Africans know of JSU, Grand Canyon University in Arizona. So you apply online, or if you have somebody who knows somebody there, like maybe like me, I have a vice chancellor who was assisting me to go through the process, or like other Kenyans or other Africans who've gone through the same. So you tell them to give you the contact of that person so that they help you verify your documents and transfer your points. So after they transfer your points, that's the amount they'll tell you. That's when they'll tell you what amount you need, because it depends on how long the course is gonna take. So assuming, I'm answering Daniel. So assuming you needed 150 points. Let's just assume you need 150 points. So what will happen? You will transfer your credits, like your points. What's a GFF? What's a GFF? I don't know. You will transfer your credits, assuming you need 150 for you to complete the entire BSN, and you have like 70. So you need like, how much do you need? The balance. Wacha nifanyie hesabu ya rahisi. Assuming you need 150 and you have transferred 100 from Africa, from the previous transcripts that you have. So that means you only need 50 points to attain the BSN. So these 50 points, they'll tell you you can only do it within a period of 1 year. So within this period of 1 year, how much will you need? In my case, they told me it's gonna cost around 13,000. And then the advantage is we have student loans here. I don't know whether it's gonna be different with this current regime. So they tell you, because you've not been working in the United States for the last like 1 year or even 2 years, you can qualify for a good amount of student grants that you will not need to pay back. There are two different things. There's a loan that they will give you, which you will pay back after you're done with your school 6 months after the completion of your BSN. Or there is this other fee that they call grants that you will not need to pay back. So assuming the school fees is 13,000, because you will need 1 year to complete the 50 points, to attain the 50 points, they'll tell you we need like 13,000 for that entire course. So what will happen is they will assist you apply for the grants, and they will also assist you to apply for the student loan, which you will have to pay later. Or you can opt to, you get the grants, and then the balance, you don't get the student loan, you pay it from your cash. In this case, mine was 13,000. So I got, I think, around 9,000, which is free. I'll not have to pay back. And then I told them, because there is that provision of student loan, why not take it? Then I'll pay after I'm done with the school. So I got the balance to complete the whole entire thing. So I didn't have to pay from my pocket. And one thing that guy was advising me is, the best thing is when you come here, you apply as early enough, because you don't have tax history in this country. So they put you in that class of like, you're poor, you're not rich, you've not been filing taxes, so they don't know about your income. So you will get a substantial amount of money that you will not need to pay back, like the student grants, the grants. So to answer your question, how costly? It's not costly if you enroll early enough when you get here, because you will get those assistance. But if you stay for some time, assuming you stay like for 2 years, of course you will have that taxation history. So by the time you're going to apply for the, especially if you're a nurse, you're making good money. So by the time you're going to apply for the student grants and the student loan, they will think you're rich because you've been earning good money. So you'll not get a substantial amount of money. So that time it might become expensive for you. And also for those people who've been living here, like it's kind of expensive for them. But kama unatoka huko nyumbani, it's easier. I'm a med tech. Kelvin, I'm a med tech planning to come, God willing. Please tell me how you handle your investments. Can you trust Kenya SACCOs and MMF for you in US, or you consider investing in the US? So many people are saying that investing in the US is better because your money will be in dollars. It's like you're investing in dollars, so you'll get returns in dollars. But for me, everybody has their own preferences. I had a SACCO when I was back home. I didn't like close it down. I still ran it. Like I still have an account with them. So I still send money every month. So those people are able to give me, they're able to give me a loan if I want. But I haven't gotten to that point of like needing a loan, because at the end of the day, me, I'm planning to come back home after some few years, even if it's 1 year or something. Mimi, I'll still have to go back, because the intention of coming here was to make money, the money that I'm not able to get back home. So if I'm able to make money at least maybe 5, 10 years, 15 years, then God willing, if I'll still have the energy come back. So I still want to maintain my name there. I still have my circle. And I still have some investments that I'm doing there. So it's upon you to decide. And then you can trust circles, because me, I trust them, but trusting relatives and friends and yeah, that becomes a bit, it's a personal choice. If your people are okay, then you can trust them. Circles might be safer than sending people to do projects for you. Some people to do, yeah. I would rather send my money, because there's some friend who was advising me that what they did is, or what they do is, they come here, they make money, lakini sasa hapo ni kujitolea. They make money, like make money, because we said like here, if you don't sleep, you will make money. As in, if you're not lazy, let me just use the word lazy. If you're not lazy like Zippy, because nowadays I'm lazy, you'll make money. But so what then they do, they come here and make money for like a period of 1 year. They're sending money back home. They're sending money back home to the circle. You see, the good thing with the circle is the money that you put in a circle appreciates. However much, maybe some other people don't trust circles, but the money you put there appreciates. It's not like in a bank. You put 100,000 in a bank, you'll still find it as 100,000. I don't know much about that, but I think that's what happens. But with a circle, at the end of, maybe like you have 100,000, at the end of 1 year, it will have given you some dividends. And then again, the rates, the interest, in this case, Kenya, the interest rate that you get money from the circle is not the same as what you get from the bank. So you would rather, so that person, whatever she was telling me, she makes money, sends them to the circle. Then when, like after a period of 2 years, they go home and do their project, learn their projects by themselves. They don't rely on anybody. So you go home, do your project, like you take a PTO ni zile paid time off. So you get like 2 months off, because already you're being paid. You've accumulated enough days for you to get paid even when you're away from work. So they go home, do their projects, and then they come back. That's what people do. So maybe if you can borrow that leave, maybe it's gonna be fine for you. How long did it take for you before you get the social security number? It was 2 weeks. But there are some people who got within 1 week. Like my kids got them within 2 days. Once I picked them from New York, They came on Monday. We slept in New York that Monday, came to North Carolina on Tuesday, and by Friday they had their social security numbers. And then when we were in Florida, there are some people, like we landed on Sunday, some Saturday, and that same week they had their social security. I don't think it takes long. Whatever takes long is the green card, because like mine took about 90 days before I got it. For the MMF, go for the solid ones. Not easy, very enticing rates. Yeah, that's true. Jenny Njao has given you an money market funds. Then how about investing in the US? Yeah, people have been saying you can invest in the US. You see, like Wazungu, what they do, the Wazungus invest for themselves, they invest for their children, and invest for their grandchildren. So that's why you find that a lineage is like a lineage of I don't know how many people, but they are very rich. Like hawana shida because their parents did something for them when they were not like our gukas. Our gukas were different. I don't know what to say. Maybe your guka was different, but my guka guy fanya ile kitu inaitangwa character development. So they can invest here because I've seen there are so many Kenyans. If you watch these charms media, there are so many Kenyans who are investing here, and they're doing it. They're doing it so well. For example, like those ones in Seattle. Yesterday we had a live with this Mkenya Marekani. Gladys, you were there. You can type what that guy was telling us. I've seen you, Gladys Murray. He said he talked about those opening up those adult homes, clinics. I think in Washington, is it Washington ama ilikuwa wapi? Something close to that. So Kenyans are also investing here, and there are so many. You've seen them on social media. Watch on that. Watch that guy called Chams Media and see how many Kenyans are investing here. They are making it. Lakini sasa I don't know. I'm still a children. I don't know about investment. Nimekuja hapa jana nikianza kuambia hivyo, I'll mislead you. I've not invested yet, so I don't know. I'm still an employee. Now I want to start those online things and see if they're going to work for me. That's what I'm trying to do. But biashara bado have not tried. How about investing in the US? Okay, that one I've said it. If I already have a driving license, do I still enroll for refresher driving course in the US, or I'll be good? You'll still have to because the rules here are different. Actually, every driver who comes from home as a driver, they still do that refresher course. You can't just be on the road. You'll have to get the license. And for you to get the license, yeah, whichever state that you're going, lazima you do that kind of a refresher course or something. So yes, you will need to do it. Even if you're a truck driver, you will have to do it. Prudent. Oh, I'm here finally. Better late than never. I was looking for you, Rita. Katibu oli muganda oba muli oli muki? I was looking for you because yesterday you said you couldn't understand anything. Gladys anasema, imagine I never knew kids get SSN. They do. See, they are human beings. That's an individual by themselves. They get them. See, you remember? Oh, I don't know whether you've gotten to that stage. When you're carrying, I think I showed you guys when you're carrying that do not open package. When they give you that do not open package, it's like they normally give you, like me, they gave me 3. For the small one, for the big one, and mine. So they give you, like everybody has got their own file. At a green card, they'll get everything. But what they say, they don't sign, because when you receive your social security card number, that card, it's like just an ID yetu nyumbani, you sign as long as you're above 18 years. So because mine are still below 18 years, they didn't sign. So once they get there, that's the time I'll take them to, I think, social security house or something for them to sign it, like akifikisha 18 years. So yes, they do. Mickey Mwash. Hello Zippy, how have you been? I've been okay. Tuko hapa tunachapa story. Guys, don't forget to leave a thumbs up like we normally say. Hit that like button. If you've not subscribed, please do. We are almost to 3,000. Simunifikishe 3,000. It's not too much of asking, is it? It's not. We are not asking for consultation. We are only asking for subscribers. Na mimi niseme hivyo. We are not asking for consultation fee like people do. We're just asking for subscribers. The more you subscribe, the more it gets to many people. Yeah, road to 3K. Imagine, Jenny. At a quick question, ukipata NCLEX, do you start looking for a job? Please don't. At ukipita NCLEX, you start looking, please don't. That is the excitement that we have, most of us, when we finish that exam. Lakini we, mwadhani, the journey is long. Mickey Mwash, let me be a bit personal. Nikuulize, ndio umemaliza exam? Have you just finished your exam? If you've just finished your exam, ukiingia kwa hizo, like if you get to those WhatsApp groups, for the sake of Rita, who doesn't understand Kiswahili and the rest, when you just finish your exam, like NCLEX, me, I did my NCLEX in, wacha niseme ya pili, May 2022. So May 2022 na April 2024, how many months are those, or how many? It was a long period of time while waiting. So you don't look for a job, you continue with other things because you've got IELTS that you need to do. If you're with an agency that starts the other way around, like MedPro starts with NCLEX, then you go to IELTS because IELTS expires. Then there are some other agencies that start with IELTS and then goes to NCLEX. So if you're with an agency that starts with NCLEX, after NCLEX, you don't need to start looking for a job. Time your job itafika, they'll tell you when to look for a job. And again, it's not you, unless you're self-sponsored. Let me answer you in this way. Unless you're self-sponsored. But again, even if you're self-sponsored, you don't need to look for a job at that point because you still have a long way to go. You've not even petitioned, like you've not done the I-140 petition. You've not sent your legal documents, the IDS 260. Oh, I want to self-sponsor. No, it's a long process. Ukifika hapo utaniuliza nitakujibu. But it's a long process. First do the NCLEX kwanza and then we will sort out the rest. Do you do PRN job somewhere ama overtime course yako? Me, I don't do overtime, Gladys. Kwetu I do PRN kwa nursing home. Niko na nursing home 2 naendanga. Lakini naendanga siku hizi kama guys, mniombe, sina psych. Siendi. I'm not going nowadays. I don't know what happened. Like I had booked last week. I was thinking I have some projects I'm running at home. So I was thinking last week, as from I had told myself that I need to rest for the month of October, and I rested enough. Then I resumed in November and I booked so well, but then nikasikia mgongo inauma, like everywhere, every joint is paining. I've not gone, but I don't do extra shifts at our place because for me, like you've heard me saying, Gladys, we've been with you on TikTok, you've heard me saying, for me, it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to other people, but for me, it doesn't make sense. So I go huko nje because tax will be a little bit on the lower side, and at the same time, sitakuwa nimefanyia hao watu kazi sana. Nitakuwa nimewafanyia kidogo. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying. Mickey, you can go to Canada as you wait for the process. That's what Nigerians are doing. Oh, okay. All right. Mickey Mosh, you've just finished NCLEX. Ah, nice. Then you can go to, actually there are so many places you can go. You can go to Ireland, New Zealand. Lakini huyo dem aliniambia was New Zealand. They've stopped going to New Zealand. It's not like they used to. Even UK, I think they've reduced. So maybe you can. But again, there's a guy who told us on TikTok that Canada you don't do nowadays. They don't do it nowadays. Wamekataa pia. So Penina, I don't know whether it's still working. I want to self-sponsor and amemaliza NCLEX. At what point do I start getting vaccines after the petition has been filed? And which are the cheaper places to get them? I'll start with the cheaper places to get them. Try, if you're in Nairobi, you can try KNH Hospital. You can try, there's this inaitangwaje at the airport, Wilson Airport. I don't know whether they call it Wilson Airport Hospital. Guy, inaitwaje? You see, at the Wilson Airport, there's a facility, there's a clinic, and they normally give those vaccines. You can try out there. Then sometimes you find even those private hospitals, they are a bit cheaper than KNH. And then Amref, exactly. Ai, ni Amref kweli? Apana, si Amref. It's not Amref, Dr. Odi. Port something. It's not Amref. It's not Amref. It's called Port something. If you know that thing, can you type for us if you're in Kenya? Hapo Nairobi. Like it's in the airport. Lakini haitu hivyo. Sio Amref, another one. It's called Port something. Nitaangalia kadi yangu, I'll text you. I'll write for you that comment there. So that's okay, Mesh, if you're in UK. I thought you're in Kenya. Oh, Mesh is already in UK. Then he can wait. Penina, I'm in the UK, hence Canada. I'm not sure about it. They said, oh, I was to answer you. Nime get confused. The comments are mainly hapa sijaziona hizo. At what point do I start getting vaccines after the petition has been filed, and which are the cheaper? Cheaper nimejaribu. Port Health, Vera, inaitwa Port Health. Port Health iko hapo airport. iko hapo airport, Wilson Airport. Thank you Vera, hey, for coming to my rescue. I was trying to kwa nimepata thought block. So the best time to start the process is as early enough. Mtu anasemanga aje? Start mapema, because especially if you have a family, when you get the dates itakuchanganya. Yes, Port Health Office ni hiyo Jenny. So start as early enough for you to reduce the burden when you get the dates and all that. It will be easier for you. So haina specific, like we said yesterday on TikTok, as long as you don't do the vaccines that will expire, ambapo it's only one, inakwanga moja peke yake, which is flu vaccine. The rest, they don't expire. They have, and then you will not do just one. You'll do like at first contact, kama ni hepatitis B, you'll do the first one, then the second one, I think. First and second, there are two. But again, you can also opt to do the titers. The titers will help you know if, like for you and your dependent, like for you and your spouse. Then for the children, you just do the vaccines. Like me, I did the titers. So when I did the titers, they were all positive apart from the hepatitis B. So I had to do, and adacel. Mwingine amesema adacel. Those two expire. So I only had to do one vaccine. And then the good thing is by that time, our hospital had comprehensive coverage NHIF. So we were using the comprehensive coverage to do the titers. So I didn't use much money for myself. So I only did the titers. It turned out like it was positive. Everything was positive. A positive titers is good for you because it shows you have the antibodies. And that's what they need. So once it turns positive, you don't need to get the vaccines. But the ones that turns negative, you have to do the vaccine. So mine was just hepatitis B and I did 2 doses and that was it. But for the kids, I had to do like pole because I didn't have money. It is working. Someone can use College of Registered Nurses of Alberta. Oh, process yao ni fast. They use NCLEX ya USA as in NCLEX transfer. Wow, I didn't know. That's nice. Ako wapi nani? I hope ameona hiyo message. Ako wapi? Alikuwa anaitwa nani? Mickey Mwash, have you seen that comment by Penina? Penina, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me pin your comment ndio waone. Sijui kama ataiona. Hello Faith, mambo. Guys, please leave a thumbs up. Don't leave without saying bye or even hello. Port Health, that one I had seen. Susan Nyakiega. Poa sana. Is that your name? Aki mbona nataka nicheki. Susan. Poa sana. And thanks for coming. Guys, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Magamaga, North Carolina. What is Magamaga? Magamaga, North Carolina. This journey with this retrogression. Imagine itaisha, msi give up. Yes, it's me, Karina. Oh! Nilikuwa nataka kucheka we. Acha ninyamaze. Trump, Magamaga. We said mambo ya politics tusiongea hapo. Unataka nishikwe na serikali? Si niliwaambia hata stories za Kenya sikuwa nashikanisha rada. Nilikuwa tu nimeuma nje, like I was outside, like somebody who stays outside kama Airtel ya networks hivi gani. Mimi sishikangi mambo ya politics na hata sipendi. Mimi wekanga politics kwa lungs ndio nisipate hiyo hypocapnia. Na pumua inatoka nje. When I wake up in the morning, I don't even know what's going on. So, but by the way, they are saying he might be the best in terms of you nurses who are immigrating. So don't give up. Be positive. Be positive. Every day you wake up, be positive. Be positive about that day. You never know. Lakini nawaambia wasi kama ni sisi tulifika, especially for me. Mimi hata nilikuwa nimefika point I was like, this thing is even a lie. Kuna kitu kama hiyo. So, don't give up. I know it's not easy. Hata tukishinda hapa tukisema hata tuwahubirie sijui nikuwe pastor nianze kuhubiri, it's not gonna make sense, but don't give up. Especially if your dates are mko current, kama mko almost current, imagine itajipa. We have to pray kwa Wakenya wale hawana makaratasi. Yeah, hiyo ndio vibaya. Una glow lately, life must be good. I told you ni GMO foods. GMO food inafanya hivyo. Sasa mkiniangalia hivi mimi ni GMO. I'm genetically modified. The food here is different. Hakuna githeri. Hata ukipata githeri, it's not the real githeri that you know. Ukipata omena, labda umpata ile imetoka. It's not nini. Ni GMO bana. Kelvin Otieno. Am I allowed to do extra jobs with H1B visa? Also, is my spouse allowed to work if the principal member is a H1B visa? I heard so. The teachers we were with on TikTok, they said you can. What do you eat? We eat ugali. We had unga that we had come from home, and then you eat chicken. Hapa hakuna chakula ya Wakenya. You eat chicken ambapo it's not even real chicken, it's just chicken. So unajua tu ile chicken venye inafanya. Oh no, with HB spouse you cannot work with it. Oh, they don't work with it. Miki amejibu. Texas utapata real githeri. I don't know. Sijui nihamie huko. Wewe Mwashi umesema uko UK, umeanza aje kujua mambo ya Texas kuna githeri wewe? Mwashi, mbona unatuenjoy? But anyway, I don't know. Chakula hapa, maybe it's something you miss. I don't know whether Mwashi you miss that nini. What's your diet? Hawa watu wa uko South US, especially weusi, wanapata type 2. Type 2 hata tunapata tukiwa Kenya wewe. Was in US, was in Texas for 8 months. Oh, wow, that's nice. Anyway, Mwash amesema with H1B visa spouses are not allowed to work. Sio ni kali. Hakuna kuku kienyeji. I heard it's there, but you have to drive like I think 2 hours ndio uende ukazipate huko. Huko nakula mpaka mapera. Guys, sijui nikuje huko. Mimi if there is something I've missed akini chakula ya home. Ndio maana nawaambia msi give up. Mtafika hapa mtaanza kucomplain kama you'll start saying you miss evinyevwa. If you're from Uganda, you'll start saying you miss evinyevwa. You will carry those things from home na ndoma. Yeah, you will carry them from home. Lakini at some point zitaisha. Kama sisi ugali yetu iko karibu, hiyo unga iko karibu kuisha. Sasa tuanza kutafutilia za huku na hata azitaste. Kuna vile tu azitaste. Hata spices, there's a difference. It's not the same. I don't know Vera if she's still here. She can tell us maybe where she gets, but she's in New Jersey anyway. Me, I'm in a different place. Huku najua ni Moshadha. You know me, I'm in the village, so wazungu wenye wako huku, they don't know those things. I think we are not many Kenyan. We don't have an African community here, so sijui nifungue biashara. I think I'll need to open up a business here. Nianzange kuuza hizo vitu. Ama nitafute shamba na huku chini nipande ndoma. But food is different. What we have here is GMO, guys. I will watch my way to, because very soon I might start hemming here like I don't know what. Just wondering how nurses' spouse work, but professions, it's different. Ati just wondering how nurses' spouses work, but for professors, it's different. Why? Faith, what do you mean? Sijakuelewa. Avoid hizo frozen food. I don't take those frozen foods. But you see, unaona kama like maybe that chicken that you've bought from Walmart or wherever. How have they raised it? It's not the way it was raised back home. Higher. Then if it's milk, that milk yenye imetoka kwa hiyo ng'ombe, you've bought milk from the supermarket. Are they called supermarket or stores? It's not the way the milk, it's not the same milk that you're drinking home. Like for me, I normally don't add weight. Those people who know me, by the time I'm adding weight, it takes time. Now if you guys have noted, nimeongeza weight kidogo hata kama ni moja, that is significant. Na mimi si mtu wa gym. Even if I try, I go there and then I hammer, I get out of that place. I can't. How is working in nursing? And how is working in nursing, patient ratios and pay? Kwani wewe ni mgeni hapa? Ama unauliza aje? Let me see. How is working? Hiyo comment imepotea. Oh, patient in nursing homes. How is working in nursing homes, patient ratios and pay? Nini, working in nursing homes, ratios ya patients to nurses inakwanga mingi sana. Because in a nursing home, you find there There's either medtech wenye wanapeana dawa, there is a CNA wenye wanafanya hizo tannings and all that. If somebody is here and they are here, they can correct me if I'm wrong, but the places that I've worked in, here in North Carolina ziko hivyo. So napata there is an RN ambapo ako juu yao, then there is an LPN. LPN can do most of the things zenye RN anafanya, that is in a nursing home. Then we have medtech mwenye anaweza, they can give medications but they won't give the injections, especially the insulins, they don't give. So assuming you're all like, this is 400 whole, you're the RN, and then in 100 whole there is a CNA, not CNA, there is a medtech. So that medtech will give all the oral medications, but they will not give the insulins. So it's you who will leave your patients and go give the insulins to that card because you've been allocated together. Another thing, ratio inakuanga crazy. It's a crazy ratio because you can find that you have even 20 patients. But it's not a lot of things that you're doing because it's only giving medication, taking vitals, doing the critical thinking. Maybe a patient has changed condition and all that, like roles of a nurse, of an RN. And like, it's different from the hospital because you find, and then the things of turning the patients, that's not you. Changing those patients' diapers, those are CNAs who do that work. So it's not that much, however much you feel like there's a difference. And the other difference is medication administration. In nursing homes, normally you find like you don't have pixies. So medication error is a bit on the, there are chances of like it's a bit on the higher side because you calculate, ni kama venye tunafanyanga Kenya, like the way you pick them from Kenya. So you have to be very careful. You're administering them through the online system, but it's not like, you see in a hospital, like the way I was showing you about the pixies, you click on apixaban, you click on furosemide, so the pixies will open up where Lasix is, just one pill, and they will tell you pick, the machine will tell you to pick just one pill. And like sasa in nursing home, it's different. It's you to think about it. Like you're supposed to give 100 or 1,000 grams of Tylenol, it's you to know 1,000 is 2 tablets. Like no unatoa, ni kama tu Kenya, it's like ni kama Kenya. So that's why many nurses don't like going there, and the pay is different. It's different in terms of like, if you're with an agency, like for us, the way we come here with agencies, the first 3 months you can't pick an extra shift at work, and you need an extra income. So what will you do? You will go there. They will consider your work experience back home. So assuming you have like 10 years and above, they'll give you 40 and above. So that's better because when you come with an agency, they'll give you that too. So you find it's better. Alafu sasa mimi, for me I find it easier going to a nursing home because if I work maybe 2 days in a nursing home and I work the 3 days in the hospital sasa ya agency, taxes itakuwa different because nikisema I do all these shifts, like the 5 shifts, if I want like 5 shifts in a week, if I do the 5 days in a week in the same facility, inaitwa interest ama inaitwaje, tax itakuwa juu. Mimi ni Mkikuyu, I'm like, ai hapana, wewe hapana hiyo. I think I've answered you. How is working in nursing homes patients? Kerubo, I've answered you. A friend of mine is a professor in Florida, but her spouse is still here in Kenya waiting for papers. Professor, alikuja na visa gani? Maybe ina depend na visa yenye alikuja nayo. I don't know. Una recommend ni choose North Carolina ama Maryland? Agency ni hiyo yako. Kuja North Carolina tupigwe na kuja North Carolina tupigwe na hurricanes pamoja. No, you just come to North Carolina. It's not a bad place, by the way. But Maryland is expensive. Gladness. Maryland is expensive. When you're anasema it's expensive. North Carolina is in the village bana. Come here, start life, and then uhame. Simi nahama very soon nikiendanga nitaenda California hata. Then nikatengeneze pesa huko. And then you see Maryland is cold. Come here, it's not a bad place. And then like I told you guys, msiogope North Carolina ati tulipigwa na zile mama upepo hapa zilikuja juzi. Like everybody who has been here says that the last time they saw those things were kitambo. Somebody is 70 years old and they're telling they've never seen what happened. So kuja hapa. Come here. Yeah, thanks. All right. So medtechs ndio wana dispense medicine nursing ama did I hear that wrong? No, you're not wrong. You heard it right. Medtechs in nursing homes unapata wao. Kuna nursing homes zingine unapata wao ndo wanapeana dawa. Kelvin, unielewe. But kuna nursing homes zingine unapata it's an RN and an LPN. But if because most of these nursing homes wangana shortages 24/7 like today they were calling me, they were texting that they need people. But sitaki kwenda. Sikia nimechoka. So, unapata if maybe for example let me give you a scenario of how it happens. It's like a round house, so it has 4 halls. 100 hall, 200 hall, 300 and 400. So napata 400 iko na RN, 300 iko na LPN, 200 iko na LPN. So 100 haina mtu. So it means they have a shortage of both LPNs, RNs and medtechs. So assuming they post out that shift and whoever picks it is an medtech, ataenda na atapeana dawa, but the insulins they won't give. That is as per my experience. Zile nursing homes nimeenda mbili, naendanga mbili hapa hivi North Carolina. So yeah, it's true. They won't give the injections. Injectables hapa in nursing homes you don't find the IV ones, you find the insulins, the subcute one, but they are not allowed to give. So the RN will finish her hall, like maybe for example I'm allocated in hall 400, I'll finish giving medications za wagonjwa wangu 30, kufanya kila kitu apart from changing and all that, that's not you for the CNA. Kila mtu akona job description yake, then kutoka hapo sasa uende upeane 100 if there are patients who have insulin and all that. So yes, you had it right. Maryland is called. How much do they pay CNAs? How much do they pay? I think about 20, 18, 20. I think, I'm not sure. Let me not talk about them, but I think it's that ranges. Zina rangia hapo. The good thing with HAPA, I had somebody else was telling me, when you life is normally difficult the first few months when you're not on off orientation. Then once, but this I think it depends with the state, especially for us here. That's how we are trying to see how things are. It becomes a bit difficult the first few days, the first few months when you're trying to navigate through and like knowing which things to pick or where to go for extra shifts and all that. But ukishajua system, it's okay. Like once you're off the agency, you have at least 1 year experience in the US, because most of the hospitals and most of the agencies that are here locally, if you ask for a job, like maybe for example, niseme kama gani, this worldwide health, they also do it. They also do like local arrangements, like they get, like for example now me, I'm with an agency already. Assuming nimalizane na hii agency, like I'm done with the contract and everything, I look for another agency that's locally available for them to give me a job. They will want you to have at least 1 year experience of nursing in America, and they will pay you better than when you go directly to that hospital and look for a job. So we're working in Mission Hospital, me and you, but you came with an agency, you're paid better than I am, simply because you came through an agency. So the fact that we have an agency that brought us from Kenya, it's different when you come here. Things will work out and they will align themselves very nicely. Sawa, we'll choose it, tunaweza jipata pamoja before ufike California. Karibu. Na kama uko na hiyo agency, uambie wakupatie zipi ya kupea kuwe guide wako. Na kuchukua pale airport. I'll pick you up. Unajua mimi ni welcome guide. Guys, maswali ni kama zimeisha. Na kwa nini sasa hamfanyi hivi thumbs up? Hi ZP, can I work on other place like home care? Well, I have a H1B visa. I have had somebody has just written here and they said, if you're a spouse to somebody who has a H1B visa, you can't work. So that means they have restrictions. I didn't know that part. Mosh, if you're still here, maybe you can answer that. Amadi Milapi. Mosh, if you're still there, please answer Milapi. Let's give a video. Yeah, please do like this. Just a thumbs up so that you can recommend to others. And if you're here and you've not subscribed, and your father has a smartphone, your mom has a smartphone, can you just pick their phones and subscribe? What's the patient ratio to nurse in ICU? It is 1:2. Hey, 1:2, lakini progressive care. Guy. Progressive care, you're given four patients, and you're given 4 patients. Like the unit that I'm in right now, we get 4 patients because we moved from the previous department when hurricane hit us because of the issue of water. So we were taken to a different unit now, which is PCU. They're getting 4 patients, sometimes even 5. Ni mareke guire. Kama by the time, I think that's why I'm feeling like that, because by the time you're coming out of that shift, I don't know. Alafu guys, by the way, something else I wanted to say. Before you sign a contract, ebu read and understand. Like for me, I didn't read that contract. I was so desperate, like I wanted somebody to just wukisha me, because I remember that's what I used to say. But reading those contracts is very important. You know why I'm saying this? Like now, when you come here, you realize there are some things they call differentials. Differentials means, you see, it's not like back home. Back home, you work for like a month and then they pay you monthly. It's monthly wages. Progressive care unit ni kama ICU back home. I believe Faith, you're from Kenya, ni kama HDU. So, read your contracts well, because these guys, sijui niongea na Kiswahili hapa wasini quote. These guys, when we are back home, you're paid per monthly, like it's a monthly wage. And then we have things we call PHs, whereby they give you candle, those PHs. But now in this place, there's something they call differentials. Differentials inamaanisha, if you work on a weekend, there's a different pay that they're supposed to give you per hour. That is one. Some agencies give you your contract. Please read. Unaangalia tu pati ya sign, unapiga kidole. That's what I did also. But it will help you. But this is for somebody who has not started maybe a journey with the agency, because kama ushajitia kitanzi mwenyewe, like you've already yourself. So what you do, spread the word out there. Tell people, if you're given a contract, please read and understand all the small those footprints, like understand word by word, because they will tell you as we don't give you differentials. But when you come here, you realize those differentials are making a lot of sense. Why am I saying this? You'll find agency A does not give differentials. You'll find agency B gives differentials. Let's break it this way. In America, kwanzia 3 p.m., that's night shift. So kuna agency nasema, like there's an agency that's saying, I'll give you differentials of $3 or even $5 per hour for night shift. So once you clock in at 3 p.m., that's night time. So they will add you, it calculates automatically. So assuming they're paying you that $2 per hour, and then we get to 3 p.m. Now wamekwambia they'll be giving you $3 per hour because of the night hours. So it will not be 32, it will be 35. High. And then again, they tell you, if you work on a weekend, there's a differential of maybe $5. So assuming you're working night shifts and you're working on weekends, how much money will you be making? Soma contract yako uelewe before usign hiyo kitu. Yeah, they take our night, weekend, floating, exactly. There are so many differentials. Akistaki kusema ikuwe na chocha, na msini quote mahali, na msiniseme, acha niongee na Kiswahili. Prudent, kama unasikia hii, basi kaa tu hivyo niseme kwa Kiswahili. Hao watu wengi wenye wanakuja hapo Kenya ni wazuri ndio, but before usign your contract, understand what they are telling you. This does not apply to you guys, because I know most of you here, you've already, like you're already in the process, but at least tell people out there. Because you see, once you're back home, you're very desperate. Like you just, like, agency menikata, like me, nataka tu kwenda majuu, like I just want to go. Na kizungu ndio hiyo unasoma, like Dr. Odi hapa amesema, like it's 400 pages. You don't even care about hapo juu. Una swipe like me, swiped. Twende pale chini, unafika tu hapo, unapiga kidole na unasonga ukisonganga. You need to understand, because like where I am working, there's some agencies that are paying people those differentials, and there are some that are not paying those differentials. Like for me, I told you guys I work on the weekend. Yeah, there's some places that start here. Magi, yes. For them, weekends, wazungu pia wapendi kufanya kazi. Holidays, like some agencies will pay you that differential holiday. Ingine unawapigia wanakuambia hawajui hiyo ni nini. Gai mwadhani. I'm not inciting you, lakini before you sign, mjue kitu mna sign. Usiku una sign na tunaenda kunyonga na unamesema yes, Zipora Wangishi, nyonga mimi. Don't just sign. Read the important thing is read and understand. Venye ulisoma tu NCLEX ukasoma kama nyinyi ni medtech, juu mlifanya exam gani? Venye ulikuwa unasoma hiyo exam, hiyo contract, before you understand, before you sign, before you take that pen, before you swipe up and hear me, read and understand and sign before you sign. Todo mareke gwire. Kama mimi, I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's a weekend and that's a night. I should be rich. If you know, you know. By the way, jana nilisikia Jeff akisema 32 DMV. I have a colleague who left Maryland, akaamua offer yake ya Gladys kegwire maudu. Let me tell you, if you're bright enough, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be quoted somewhere in the book of life. But kwa ground vitu ni different. That English they've written there, it's not the English of Korea. Don't read that English with the nose. Read to understand what they're saying in that contract before you sign it. Raymond, you know why I'm insisting in English? Because those people who have written that contract, they have written it in English and they know what I'm saying when I say in English. And they might Korea me. You know what is to Korea? That's why I'm speaking in Kiswahili that part. But what I'm saying is, that one I will say for sure. Let me now say, before you sign a contract, let me speak like a preacher. Can somebody say amen? Before you sign that contract, can you read to understand? Because when you get here, this is the time you'll understand what is the differential, and you will feel vibaya sana. You will feel bad. But then on the other side, you'll flip it this way and you're like, anyway, they brought me here, but but that's a lot of money. Sitaki kuchoma hapa, lakini nasikia kuchoma. Yes, the video is educative, but please, can you be consistent with English? I am saying humbly, before you sign that contract, who needs Raymond, give him a job. Before you sign the contract, please read to understand. You see the way you open a medicine like this. Before you pull that medicine, you shake it like this for you to make sure it is consistent. Read your contract, be consistent with every word that is there. If you know, you know, and understand. If that contract does not suit you, don't be desperate and sign it because you really want to come to the US. Drop it like it's hot. You see hot ugali, drop it like that. Go to the next. You still have a chance of, like, you know, because once you come here, once you're in the nini, like somebody was asking the other day, we were live on TikTok, they were asking, if you breach a contract, it means like you're being ungrateful. For some reason, you feel like, anyway, they brought me from Kenya and I was suffering there, so I am here. I need to be grateful. But you're not using fuel, you're using energy. When you go to a store and you nini oil, do you nini oil like the vehicles? Is it called drinking? You don't. You use your energy. I hope you guys, you know what I'm saying. You use energy. So your energy, you're using your body, and it's the one that's making, like, it's working. So the most important thing is to read the contract and understand before you put yourself into that, so that you will not feel like you were betrayed at some point. And that's what I'm trying to say. They are in business, so that's why I'm insisting you read and understand, because they are different. They are not all the same. Just like the way you see me with 2 horns, you can see somebody else with 3 horns. We are not the same. All of us are different. So read and understand, so that you don't get to a point you feel like ulichezwa. That's what I'm trying to insist. Mtu anaweza kimboi. Yeah, they do, but now you see, at the end of the day, you don't feel like it's a good thing, but but you can because there's that clause of in case you terminate your contract before this, in case we terminate you before time, what are we going to do? Lily Intinyari, you're saying they're in business. They're in business, but there are some that gives you the differentials. That's why I'm insisting, and I will keep on insisting. Please read and understand. Read to understand. If you did NCLEX and if you did those exams and you did to understand, it's the same thing we are saying. And guys, we are 33 people. Why can't we just give the video a thumbs up? Yani kupiga tu hivi like ndo mnakataa. If it does, yes, achana nayo. If it doesn't, move to the next. If it doesn't favor you, please move to the next. Drop it like it's hot, and then you move. As you have said, the majority of us are in. We sign those papers what we can advise others. Yes. Please advise people before you sign, because once you get here, you'll start asking yourself, do I really need to come out? Because like for me, I was asking myself, for sure, if I had money, I would have done it by myself. So I didn't have money. That's why I have to use an agency. But then again, is it making sense? It is making sense. But other people, what is happening to them? So you end up with a lot of conflict of interest, some ideas, and you don't know what to do. So if you can read before and understand, you will be in a position to say, enyewe nilijeka hapa kama nikijua, kama sikuwa najua, that's different. But as usual, Kenyans, we don't read those. I'm very sure I'm not the only one who didn't read that contract quite well. I'm sure we have very many that who didn't read well. We, hata mate imeisha kwa mdomo. Haya, sawa guys. I hope nimejibu maswali zenu before nianze kuranta hapa kama night duty starts at... Yeah, they have those differentials. They have differentials. Guys, kuna kitu tumeacha? Is there anything that we've left out? Raymond, I hope you understood what I was saying. I was not trying to discourage you or something. I'm just saying, before you sign something, please read to understand. Some of us didn't know the options. Like me, I knew options, but I didn't want. Once I got the first one, I was like, yeah, that is fine. But I know you, Susan, the option you have right now is the best. A glimpse of contract that my agency and the hospital signed. I was so shocked to know my hourly rate. Overtime rate, differential pay, the hospital pays my agency. My God, would have faint. Judith, don't look at it. They normally say, you see, when you go to a 5-star hotel, don't even peep at the kitchen. Do not even want to know who is cooking that food. Enjoy the sumptuous meal. It's the same thing when you come here. Don't bother to know what the agency is being paid. Just work and work towards finishing your contract and leave. Enjoy the sumptuous meal in a 5-star hotel and leave. Don't even think about it. Judy, Jogu. Tell us what your hourly pay was. Hey, hebu tuambie maisha mtu akiwa hata na mtoi mdogo. You're glowing. I'm glowing. I told you it's JMO. Hebu tuambie maisha mtu akiwa na mtoi mdogo. As in mtoi mdogo, like what age? What do you mean mtoi mdogo? At what age? There are some people who are surviving with small kids, but it's difficult. It's difficult because hakuna house girls. Like we don't have house girls here. They are there, but they're expensive. I heard somebody saying when we were live on TikTok saying that you can get a nanny, those Mexicans and stuff, like at 1,000 USD. Yes, ni 1,100 ya Kenya yawa. Or you get like places like Texas where we have Texas, Seattle, I think Washington, it's the same thing. Like those people who bring their parents for visits and then at some point unapata they're just at home, so they take care of the kids and then you pay some little money. You can get such, but you know hapa maternity leave is not paid. They don't pay maternity leaves. If you know, you know. So if you're like you get a baby like today, in a month's time you're supposed to be back. Is it a month or 2 months? I think 2 months. I think it's 2 months. So you must have worked hard before you went to deliver for you to save something to have during that maternity period, like 12 weeks. Oh, 12 weeks, yeah. 12 weeks, that means it's 3 weeks, 3 months. Lakini sasa imagine, because you're not being paid, will you stay at home for 3 months? I think that's why they normally comes back to work with 2 months. Because niliona I saw another mzungu come back with a small baby, and she's like, the baby is 2 months old. Kai. Hata she's not even, hey. Where I think afadhali you get your babies from home. But when they are big a bit, like my kids, I don't find it so difficult for me, I don't find it so difficult. Sijui for some reason, ama ni mentality pia. Yeah, it's not paid. Maternity is not paid hapa. You're not paid when you're on maternity leave. Why? Mpaka nikajidhiri muko. Which shift favors mtu akona mtoi, akona watoi, day ama night? For me, I find nights better because those kids are sleeping at night. So, like Lilian Kadenge would say, if you have kids sleeping for more than 5 hours, you need to show off. Where do you even get those hours to sleep? So what you do, you go for nights, and then maybe like, because you only when you're with an agency, you only work 3 days in a week. So let me give you my hack. I work for 3 days in a week, and I work like the mission hospital, 3 days in a week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then, so I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for myself. So if I want to pick an extra shift in this other place, I will pick maybe Tuesday and Wednesday. Ndio body ikuwe imezoea kuendelea na hizi nights zingine. So it means, and the place that I'm working as an extra shift, it's 3 minutes. Ni hapa tu nje. So nakimbia. Alafu nursing home azinanga azikwangi, they're not strict like, I don't know whether it's where I am, ama it's everywhere, ama it's different. Like maybe you find good people, they give you time off to go and pick your kid, and then you have a say of what shifts you want because you are a PRN. Saka mimi, I tell them this is the times that I want to work. Kuna shifts that 7 to 3 mchana, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. I guess, and then kuna like the night shifts. So may prefer, or you can even pick from 11 p.m. like that's a shift, 11 p.m. up to morning. So you can, like now for me, easy, these are the places in nursing home I pick from 11 p.m. up to 7 a.m. Those are like 8 hours. I haven't slept in the house. I've made some money, but at the same time in the morning I'll be able to come prepare kids if my housemate is not, like, she's not busy, she's busy or something. So prepare kids, and then at the same time drop them at the school bus stop. So it's doable when I'm working nights. But days, you're always on the toes. Baka you feel like your brain is going crazy. Wait. Days, the only challenge with nights is your body becomes different. I think hata ndo maana mtu anaongeza weight because unakula weird hours. Sasa kama when your night shift unasikianga wakiambiana, like you hear wazungu saying we are going for lunch. So at first I was like, you're going for lunch, it's at night time, what lunch are you going for? But that break, iyo kukula, like eating at that night, they call it lunch because it's a day shift. And days are crazy, my friend. Days are bad. Nights are better. Nights are better 100 times. I would rather do nights. Mimi, the only thing that has not favored me with the night is because my body, sasa like, I finished my nights on Sunday morning. That Sunday morning nakuanga ni kama I need to look for somebody to come and do turning. Like I am just tired. So I come to the house I sleep up to around 3 p.m. Just like the way the body is used to. You sleep up to 3. I sleep up to 3 p.m. Then tukiamka, we go online church. Tunanga ya Kenya. Sasa hapo ndo maisha imetufikisha. Tunaingia YouTube, All Saints Cathedral. What did they learn today? Because you need to create time for your kids. So tunaingia YouTube, we do what they did because Kenya is ahead of us. So we are behind. So whatever they learned for Sunday school because of the kids, we have to learn with them. So tunasoma, and then maybe we go for lunch or dinner, then that's it. So that's how I've created my time. Then Monday, we wake up, prepare them for school. If I'm going for that shift kadogo, I go kama hizo. Lakini sasa kama siendi, ninashinda hapa nikiongea na nyinyi, like I stay here and start talking to you like I'm doing right now, because I'm just idle. But night shifts are better. Where day shifts, my friend, you need ile kiatu inafanana na Cybertruck, because you will walk like a Johnny Walker, like I said. Where I know day shifts are tough. Doctors, relatives, nini, it's tough. Afadhali nights. For me, I don't know about others. All pregnant nurses work till the last minute. Yes. I have a Kenyan friend who is still working up to now, and she's about to deliver. You work until the last minute. If you can get birth, I think from Kenya, the better when you're coming. Like from back home when you're coming. And if you're a man, the better, because you'll never get pregnant at any given point. But if you're a lady, yo. Zipi niliogopa nursing home after story ya jana. What do you think? Story ya jana? What happened? I think I missed out. Mtinyari, what happened? Okay, saa zingine nakuanga nyuma kama mfuko ya shati ama ya trouser. I don't know what happened. What happened? Amjanichanua hata mimi nisiende. I'm looking for a reason now. But msiogope, by the way, hapa there is money. Like you hear me saying, ama you hear other people saying, in America, as long as you don't sleep, there is money. Money spreads out to people who have energy. Like, unlike Kenya, money spreads out to people who have stamina. Like, najuana na mtu. Mimi najuanga ule msee mwenye ako kwa ile ofisi. That's how Kenya is, or that's how Africa is, because of the poor leadership, corrupt leaders and stuff. Hapa, as long as you got a way out, you will. Hi Zippy, from your point of view, which affordable state can one consider to start working as a nurse based on a cost of living, education, may be favorable weather? Oh, really? Lakini si wanaangukanga? They fall. As long as you document. These people fall. They fall. Wanaanguka as long as you document. Now you do the neuro checks. They fall. Unless, I don't know what happened, but they fall. Seta mi washayanguka. Wanaangukanga. Unajua, I'll answer you desire favor. They fall. Let me tell you, these people fall. Falling down hapa, it's not, me, I used not to see like that. I used not to see that thing in Kenya. Wagonjwa wa Kenya kwa nini hawako wanaanguka kwa vitanda? Ama walikuwa wanaanguka. You guys where you're working, do those patients fall like that? Because here they fall sana. Like fall is one of the accidents that happens in hospitals. I don't know. Even in hospitals they fall down. That's why they have even those mats. Kuna mats zingine hapa, mimi hata sijaiziona Kenya. I've never seen those mats. Ati sijui zinaitwa mats gani. I think that lady is in Australia. Nishaisikia tena explain your story, and she's a CNA. If Gladys is here, she can tell us, because I think I heard her say, Imani, huyo ako Australia. Oh yeah, because I think I've ever heard her explaining that story. I sijui an RN was trying, a Filipino RN was trying to frame her or something. If it's the same story that I know. But here they fall. Hiyo nayo usikue ati nini wanaangukanga. The only thing is you have to do the assessment and you document and report. Hata huku nursing home kwenye tunaenanga wanaangukanga sana. Hi Zippy, did you manage to talk to Kemi about ile transitioning ya diploma? I didn't manage. And see, I am going to call her after this live. I will ask Kemi. And she had said she's going to come here. She had promised me to come here. Aki Esi, I am so sorry. I will call her after this. So Kenyan beds are protected both sides. Apana, see, even these beds have rails, but they fall. I don't know why. Aki unakaa dolly boy, but I love listening. Wewe njogu wewe. Ngae frame wewe Jerry. Imagine they do. Oh, it's okay, yeah. I will ask. There's a lot of falls because I think the hospital are geriatrics with dementia. You see those falls, dementia, that's why I'm telling you. Ama napata dementia pia mimi juu nasahau sana. We, here. Wacha hivyo mnasema ati na glow. Hebu msiniambie hivyo tena, because hata labda ni dementia. By the way, here people get dementia, depression, and falls in hospitals. Those are major things. You find like almost everybody is dementiated. I don't know whether, lakini I understand. You see, when we were in nursing school, they used to tell us that there are some conditions that are more common for a certain race, and there are some conditions that are not common for certain races. So you find that there are some conditions these black skin they won't get, because dementia is not that common in home. Depression is not that common. Just like the way here, using drugs is very common. I was telling one of the nurses the other day, tukifanya naye job. Back home, if a patient has been prescribed morphine I think ya Kenya inakwanga 10 milligrams. That vial, small vial. Is it 10? Yeah, it's 10 milligrams. Where I used to work, you withdraw, if maybe a patient needs 5 milligrams, you withdraw 5 milligrams, you give them, and then the other one, the balance, you cover it with a strapping, and you put it hapo kando, so that the next patient, when they feel pain, you will give them hapa. You have to discard it in presence of somebody else that you've discarded. Otherwise, utaenda kujidunga. Like how? I don't even know how it tastes. Drug hiyo yenye nilikuwa nasema the other time, drug diversion hapa, it's real. You're working with a nurse, lakini ako madre, ako too maji. Amejidunga kitu. Ako maji. It's so common here. Like those are things that Africans don't have. So ukikuja hapa pia usicheze na those medicines, like those narcotics. It's a very, 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 very major thing. So the same thing, Africa, we don't have those things of drug diversion and stuff. I think it's the same thing. We would say there are some conditions that are more common here and others are not. Yeah, someone has to witness the waste. You can't just say that I wasted. Ati nilitupa. The balance 5 milligrams, I wasted it there. Somebody, an RN has to come and confirm that for sure you didn't inject yourself. You discarded that balance. And you see, back home, it's not that, like, you just leave it there. Nobody, by the way, you'll come back 3 days later. Maybe like you go for your offs and you come back 4 days later. That camouflage is still there. Nobody touched it. No patient touched it. No patient was given, because they will not ask for pain meds. No patient will ask for it. And no, what is it called? There's no staff who will pick it, because they don't do drug diversion. And again, there's nobody who will pick it. Reduce volume. Iko kubwa. You see? No. But unlike hapa, so I think it's the same thing. You find that some patients, some conditions are more common here than they are at home. Because falls, me, when I was back home, I used not to see those falls. They were not that common. But hapa they are common. Patients fall down like almost every day. The most important thing is you have to do those neuro checks. You document. And now, for example, if you're in a nursing home, you have to inform the DON. You inform the DON, take action, so that patient, maybe they'll be taken to the hospital for more evaluation. But you have to do the first aid, neuro checks, and then send the patient to the hospital. If it's in a hospital, then, hey, they ask for pain meds. Pain meds is just common. Like you see, it is exactly this, the way they say the things that are common in a certain race, they are not common in a certain race. We Africans, I think we have a high threshold of pain, because they don't use those pain meds that often. Unlike hapa, after every few minutes you find somebody asking, like oxycodone. Mtu anaitisha oxycodone after every. Now they know, they will even tell you. Now, I think it's about 2 hours. Reduce volume, Levy, reduce volume. You find they will tell you, like, after 3 hours, they even know that it's now their time for pain meds. So you find that mtu atakwambia, I took the other one. You gave me the other jab at 1:54, and right now it's 2. So don't give me that one. Give me the one for the refractory pain. You see, there is a way maybe your pain meds are programmed after every 8 hours, but before 8 hours you have pain breakthrough. Oh, they set alarms. You're supposed to get pain meds after every 4 hours, but then before the 4 hours there is pain. You can't get the pain med until the 4 hours, but they have something for that refractory pain in between. They know. So before you sit down and you're like, oh, wacha nipumzike kidogo, kengele ndio hiyo. I need some pain meds. So pain meds hapa kama githeri. Kumbe yai, they set alarms mjovu. I didn't know that. Because you're like, kwa nini haulali? It's night time. You're supposed to be sleeping. Why are you asking for pain meds? For sure, if you are sleeping, because maybe like when you're doing those roundings, you go round to check on them, you find that wamelala, like somebody is deep asleep. So you're like, oh, wako sawa. But then again, they'll tell you they have a pain rate of 10. Shindo pain rate of 10 and you were snoring. How is it possible? So I didn't know that they said that. They set that alarm. It's good we are learning. Anyway, guys, I think we are done. Are we done with the questions? Are we done with the questions to end live? Judith, which state are you in? Prudent. You're welcome. Judith, which state are you in? Guys, if you've not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you've not liked, please like before you go. Someone asked about affordable states. Oh, affordable states. I think before I came here, I used to say like, Kansas. How is it there? Is it affordable? I think before I came here, I used to say, look for weather, security, education. Oh, your concern. Before I came here, I used to think of weather, and then, of course, education, crime rates, and then taxes. But for now, I think weather hapa hivi, the only thing you would think of is the cold baridi, like cold, extreme cold or extreme heat. Because if you were to say like, I want to answer this in relation to what happened in North Carolina just recently. You see, North Carolina is not far from are they called seashores of Florida and stuff. So nobody would think that you would get the hurricane and stuff. And then all of a sudden we are hit by hurricanes. And they're attributing it to the fact that it is near Florida and Florida has a lot of, that kind of a thing. So when you're considering which state to move in, I think the only thing you would do is identify the people who are there and kind of ask them what is going on, like the cost, how is the cost there, how is the security, and then also use Google. Google will tell you. For example, maybe you have kids, it's affordable. Oh, yes, I love it, and the hospital I work is also good, it's affordable. So assuming you have small kids, those small kids will need, like my kids will need middle school and they will need elementary school. So for example, if you're coming to North Carolina and the hospital is in Asheville, or maybe the hospital is in Raleigh, the hospital is in Greensboro, the hospital is in vitu kama hizo, Charlotte and all that, you need to identify that place, hapo hivyo Charlotte, hapo hivyo Asheville, the houses that are there, what kind of schools are affordable, what are the crime rates and all that. Another thing, look at how many types of taxes are there. Like hapa hivi, I think we have the state tax, we have the federal tax, we have social security tax, I was looking at my pay stub, but I think I saw 4 things. So you see those 4 things, and especially with an agency, they will deduct them per week. If it's a state, federal, and like those taxes, they deduct per week because they're paying you per week. So taxes are deductible per week. I think those are the factors you're supposed to consider. But saying which state is expensive, as of now, I may not tell. The only thing I know is that places like California, Maryland, I think they're expensive because the people who went there, like there's some people we were with at Florida who went to Maryland and they say it's expensive. I think Virginia is not expensive. So I don't know about in terms of like expenses and all that. I may not tell. Let me see, Desire. I hope I've tried to answer you. But the affordable state, you may not tell. Where is this? What was your question? You're yet to address. Oh, is it that one that I answered you? Look at the taxes that they have in that state, and then the town that you're moving in. Virginia is expensive. Yeah, I heard Virginia is expensive. Virginia, Maryland, and which other one? California. For those people who've been here for long, I hear them saying, saying in terms of like the southern states, the northern states, the eastern states, vitu kama hizo. But for the extreme weathers, I thought like place like North Carolina would not even get what we got the other day. So about weather, I don't know. But again, there's some states that are cold. This place is not that cold. And they're also saying like we're about to get into winter. It won't snow like other states. If you look at a place like Minnesota, is it Minnesota or Missouri? I was seeing somebody posting that it's already cold, like it's already snowing. Hapa hivi they are saying it won't be that much. I don't know how true it is, because even before hurricane came, they were saying they don't have such kind of thing. So we wait and see. See, I will still be here. I will come back and tell you guys how it is. Zippy, you're a ban. Oh, thank you for the information. Thank you. Please, guys, get me to 3,000. We are almost there. We are not far. If only you, all of you who are here, are not subscribers, or you have somebody who have a smartphone and you subscribe, will be 3,000. The wider the number, the wider the northern states winters are brutal. Oh, I have had people talk in relation to that, so I think that's also something that you need to dig deeper. And then again, we said, guys, Google also is important. By the way, it helps a lot. Google these things. Google as much as you can, because I might Google and understand in a different way than you would understand. So when I try to explain to you, it may not come out as it's supposed to be. All right. And please don't leave without hitting that like button. Naona tu vile mnateremka, mnashuka mkishuka tu. Nikaa kushuka kwa nduthi. You see the way people get out of nduthi. You know what's nduthi? Akwapi nani? Do you know what's a nduthi? Nduthi is a motorbike. The way you just jump out without even telling the nduthi rider bye-bye. Just say bye-bye, liking it, and then you just go. Happy to hear from you. Thank you for the information. Susan, please do that before you go. Guys, I joke a lot. Msiwahi nichukulia kwa ubaya. Do not ever carry me badly. Is that how you say it? I joke a lot. But I'm not a bad person. I am a very good person in the name of Jesus. You know that? Anyway, guys, we've been here for almost 2 hours. So, what do I say apart from wrapping up the video? Before we wrap up, si hata mtu aombe, atuombe. Jamani. Before we wrap up, somebody to say a word of prayer, and then we close the chapter and we say, see ya, until next time. But don't leave without subscribing, and don't leave without liking. The more you like, the more you share, the more we get a wider group. Guys, do you remember there's a time I used to talk to myself hapo nyuma mpaka token inalia huko nyuma. Twitwi. Hapa hakuna token. Kai. God is good. Sometimes I would make a video. Let me tell you guys. I am here making a video and then some talking behind me. You know what's a token? Ama you guys don't know what's a token? Steamer. Nimefuliza steamer. Hapo nelia hapo nyuma. So we are just 3 people. Thank you, Zippy. Thank you, Vera. I hope you will talk to me baadaye. So you're talking to like three people. And I didn't give up. Huh? So the more you subscribe, the more you share. It's true. It's true, Rebecca. You're trying to talk. You're trying to show something. You're preaching. But some talkings are behind you. They're like, jamani, si unyamaze kidogo hata nitengeneze video ya But I didn't give up. I am here, guys. So, hata saizi, don't give up on me. Alright? Misheveve tawe. Nyama, yes. Unaongea lugha gani, Dr. Odi? Misheveve tawe, kunde tawe, nyama tawe. Oh, ni kuomba unaomba? Hata zangu zinalia. Guys, Akilife wewe. Hey, yawa. Judith, thank you so much. Next time. I hope you've liked. Sisi bado tuko hapo, but soon and very soon you'll join. Soon it shall come to. Amen. Thanks CP a lot for all you do to educate us. You're welcome Lilian. Ulikuwa naomba. Sasa nimeshindwa misheveve tawe. By the way, what does that tawe means? I don't know what it means. Naonanga tu watu wakiandika. Yeah, I have. Thank you so much Judith. Dr. Odi, nakuonanga mpaka pale TikTok. We ni mbogi ya mtaa. Thank you so much guys for coming. I don't take it for granted. God bless you too. And may all your dreams come true. Aki life. Be humble to us with tokens in Kenya. Even mine used to cry like that. Ebu go watch those videos at kitambo. Imagine Aki, you're busy. Hi guys, welcome back. Token huko nyuma. I'm like, guy Jehovah Mungu baba. Si hata unyamaze. Mama nizime. Wako wapi watu wa Kenya Power? Switch off that thing behind them. Yo. Saa zingine even before I finish the video, stima inapotea. Like there are some lives we used to do with akina, mpaka I gave up on those lives. When we are doing with, wacha sasa niwape story ya udaku, what it makes sense. It's nothing related. There is a live that we did with Irene Kanini. Another one we did with that guy from Florida, Mr. J, if you know Mr. J. Another one we did with that guy, that lady from Australia. Kai, I wish you guys knew how many torches were multiplying me like this. And still the phone did not even behave. Imagine, I see those videos and I laugh, I feel like crying. My kids were telling me, Ati, Mom, what are you making us do? I'm telling them, can you mulikia me so that they see me? I'm in the corner there. Hi guys, Aki, you guys, man. Ati zikilia yunga Jesus Christ. Kenya bana. Be nice to us. Where I followed those two with Kanin. Did you realize what network did, Lilian? Imagine Aki. Nabaki we leave Kanini talking to herself and she's there shouting, Zippy uko wapi? Yawa. Yani, but nothing stopped us. What am I trying to say? Do not give up. Do not give up on this journey. Do not give up. Aki usiwahi give up. Lazima itajipa siku moja. One day it will give. I followed those two with Kanini. Network ikisumbua Aki. Na hata ujue before I start that live, when I'm watching YouTube videos and like doing TikTok and watching those madhogobe, aisumbui. Wacha tu niseme ni kukuja hapa mbele ya umati. It was, can you hear me? Oh my God, it was trouble. Trouble. Yeah, hiyo siku ya Kanini, it was serious. But God is... Oh, Essie, you were there. Actually, I felt so embarrassed. But God ni nani? Hiyo ndio nasemanga God ni mso. So hata nyinyi Aki msi give up. Actually, you guys should use me as an example. Ningetaka kutumika kama example kwa village. You should use me as an example. Mko mnaambia God. Lakini not bad prayers. You pray good prayers. You tell God, if you blessed Zippy, bless me also. God of Zippy, remember me also. And he will remember you. He'll remember you. Because even retrogression, I think it was giving tokens depression. Zilikuwa hata zinapata retrogression pia. Umebai wifi siku ya live inapata retrogression. Unabai tokens, unafuliza tokens, siku ya live zinapata retrogression. That's how serious it was. But we are here. God has been great. So what I'm saying is, keep on subscribing, keep on, don't give up. You know, like one day you wake up today, you're like, how did we end up getting to 3,000? It's because of the consistency. We didn't give up. And this was made possible by you guys. Siku moja tutapanga sherehe na nyinyi wenye hamku give up na mimi. Nilisema if you know I have ever sent you a message and told you we have a small YouTube channel, raise up your hand. So if you're once there and you used to see me nikiulizwa na kanini, hi ZP, are you there? Raise up your hand. Mkono juu. Sahi token haili, sahi token haili. Alafu nini, what is it called? Network I misbehave. Isipokuwa ile siku nyingine hapa ilikuwa inataka kufanya ile kitu juu ya hurricane. God is good. One day we will meet. Nitawapea kihug kikubwa sana. Anyway, sisi nyamanza kuongea. Guys, kwaherini sana. Thanks guys for coming. So we wrap up and say good night. Mutanu, hi. Nimeona nyinyi ni mbogi yangu. Kumbe mko wengi. And you see, Kanini never gave up on me. Kanini is a good supporter of mine. She supports me. She tells me, yes, Zipi. Ushai support mtu mpaka unaona ni ufala anafanya, but you're there. Kanini is one of those people. Zipi, don't give up. You're doing so well. Lilian, I see you. One of these fine days. Tutapatana sijui pale tuende Florida Beach. Tupige sherehe tukiambia Mungu asante. Anyway guys, thank you so much. Mungu awabariki sana. You to end live hapa. See, we are okay now. I'll try and see if we can come live tomorrow. Mulete maswali ni jibu zenye. Jibu Kevo before tulale. Gani hiyo? What did he ask? Kevo. Mtu wa lab kama co-host. Nini yangu ilikataa. Kevin, if that's what you mean, you need to aje. Thank you LC. I will ask her, by the way. I'll try and remember. The first thing I'll do ni kumupigia saa hii nimuulize. Kevin, my phone, my Kenyan WhatsApp is working. It's working. Kwa hii simu nyingine niko nayo, it's here. It's working. So you can text me. I'm trying to answer Kevin. When I was in Kenya, I was able to co-host somebody and we do live together. Right now, when I try to do that, so you see, like now my laptop likataa hata kwenda live na laptop. Siwezi co-host mtu. So I don't know you Kevin or you Dr. Odi, mnajua venye naweza fanya. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to go about it. And the people I've asked, even them they don't know. Even my fellow YouTubers, hawajui shida iko wapi. So I was thinking maybe it's because of the location, because they're talking of security and privacy of the guest. So I think I need to like do live several times, waone like rules, and I don't know. So it can't unless we do a recording tukiwa pamoja. And you see, that one will not even help because we will just talk to ourselves. We won't address the questions that you guys are asking. Lives wanga ziko poa because we will read the questions that you guys are asking and whoever is there will answer those questions hapo. But now it can't co-host. We were to hold a live with Irene Kanini, ilikataa. We were to hold another live with somebody from Kentucky who was willing to give us information about Empower, ilikataa. So I don't know. If you know somebody who can assist me on that, I'll pay, by the way, for that consultation. At least ndio itatusaidia because it will help us. I would have brought a lot of people, but you see now, YouTube hata inabo. Kuna manini mingi sana. It refused. I hope that's what Nani was saying. Was Jibu Kevo before tulale. Dr. Odi, I hope that's what you meant. So if you know somebody who can assist me in that, then tell me. You let me know. Can we wrap up and say good night now? Guy, amtaniongelesha. Or maybe una set na TikTok na unatuambia ndo tu. Maybe una set ya TikTok. Oh yeah. Lakini TikTok watu wanapenda kuongea Kiswahili. Atasikika. Nani atasikika? Nani atasikika? Maybe yes, or maybe TikTok. Thanks and good night. Hapa ni mchana, saa hizi ni saa 9, nataka kwenda kuchukua watoto shule. Good night for you guys. Hapa ni mchana. I know you guys, it's a bit late for you. Hapa ni 2:15, so I have few minutes ndio niende nichukue watoto. TikTok. Oh, you meant TikTok. Yeah. Unless we do TikTok, like maybe we have that person on TikTok. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe we can have that person on TikTok and then I do the recording like the way we did yesterday. That would also be fine. Because I think many Kenyans don't go to TikTok. Yeah, we can also do that. I'll get somebody. I'll try look for someone. Promise, if I don't, please remind me pale kwa WhatsApp. Naweza sahau pia. Tumesema hapa maugonjwa nini za dementia ni mingi. So you can remind me. Sawa guys. Good night. Wenye wanalala good night. Wenye wako kazi kama Lilian Njogu. Mkuwa na siku njema. Ephraim Jerry, good day. Wenye wako mchana. Mkuwa na siku njema. Guys, bye. Yes, thank you. Sawa guys. I'm waiting for you to leave a thumbs up and then you drop. Levi, punguza volume. Levi, punguza volume. Bye Chepchumba. Msisahau kuweka thumbs up. Thumbs up as you go. If you've not subscribed, subscribe before you leave. Mimi naingoja mshuki hata kumbe ya mshuki bado. My gosh. Acha nikate basi. Let me end it. Bye. Bye to you. I'm waiting for you to drop. Hatusikii kwenda. Aya. Si basi mlete story tuchape. Na wish ningeweza kupandisha mtu hapa. Pesa hii ni mawat. I wish ningeweza kupandisha mmoja wenu hapa tuongee. But now it can't allow me to do that. It doesn't allow me to do that. I don't know. And you see the downside of being hapa pia. Sasa tukiwa Kenya, hakukuanga na token, hakukuanga na wifi, network inakata. Lakini simu ilikuwa inakubali kupandisha watu wawili. Sasa hii imekataa, imekataa. So sijui. We hope you're well. So I don't know. Anyway guys, let's just drop. Ndio niende nichukue watoto. Let me go pick the kids. In the next few minutes I should be out. Lakini tumesema watu wasome contract na waelewe. Bottom line. Punching short. Shorting part. Nasemangu aje? Punching short, shorting part. Read your contract. Kizungu wewe. Kwani ilikujanga na maili gani? I think ilifika pale ya Ndusi kaanguka. Hata hii kunifikia hiyo kizungu. Nasemangu aje? Parting short. Soma contract. Waambie hao wengine wasome contract. If you can handle that thing, just drop it. Don't force yourself. Don't take it for the sake of taking it. Haya, kwaherini. Acha ni end.